gym, I mean, learn something. And even in competition too. Like if he learns tonight that, geez, I had my hands down too low, this guy tagged me some pretty good shots. He didn't hurt me, but I still got tagged a couple shots. So, you know, that's part of the learning game.
And one of the things I always like doing as a coach is let your boxer go back after the competition, let them kind of unwind a little bit, and then go back and say, now what are some of the things that you could have done better, or what are the things that you did well, and what are the things that you would like to improve upon based on this performance, and let them internalize it themselves.
And work on the things that they need to work on. The things that they did good already, we can refine that, but work more on, you know, like, in my opinion, Penny needs to work more on being a little bit more aggressive and straighter punches. We're going to go to the decision.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause. That was a lot of action. Your winner, 1 point. In the blue corner, Jimmy Jackson.
So overall, Paul, what's your feeling on the caliber of boxing we've had tonight?
I think it's outstanding. I think, you know, again, like in the next 4 or 5 fights, we've got to have some experienced fighters coming up. But in the first 6, 7, 8 fights that we've had, we're up to bout number 14 coming up of this outstanding fight card as far as I'm concerned. All evenly matched. There's only been a couple that were stopped in at the right time. And not necessarily because they weren't evenly matched, but one guy just overpowered the other guy. And it was the right thing to do at that time. They might fight again next week, it might change it again. But the outcome could be totally different. But I think right now, this is as good a fight card as you see anywhere in this province or anywhere else. And, you know, and now the next 4 or 5 fights, you're going to have some experienced fighters like Corey Chase, been to the Nationals. He's fought, you know, a lot of good Canadian amateur fighters. Calvin McKay on a comeback. Adam Black. What can you say about Adam Black?
I think we're going to see some more good bouts, and you know the good thing is we saw some bouts that were you know, beginners learning the skills, and now we're just going to up the refinement of our boxers now.
Okay, now we're going to go to the ring for the announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 14. 125-pound weight class. 3 2-minute rounds. Introducing first in the right corner from the Barley Boxing Academy of Upland. Let's have a big hand of applause. Corey Chase. His opponent in the blue corner from Nova Scotia. Let's have a warm hand. One point for Mcniel.
Over the years, he's fought just about everybody. You know, gone to the Nationals, he's fought loads and loads of fights.
Both of these boxers are open class boxers, so that means that they're at the higher level of the sport. They've been around for a number of years. Corey's been in for 8 years. Kyle's been there for 5 years. Corey has 50 bouts, and Kyle has 21 bouts. So both are open class now, so they both should have the necessary skills to do the offensive techniques, defensive techniques, and counter-punching techniques.
In the past, I've always thought that Corey was fighting out of his weight class. I thought he was a little bit fighting guys a little bit too big. Tonight he's down to 125. I think that's amazing. I mean, he's cut down. He's on a different kind of diet. He's definitely working hard in the gym. I mean, you know, he's in top shape, probably the best shape he's ever been in. So I look for good things for Corey in the next year or so. And again, young Kyle Mcniel, he's no sludge. He's here, he's going to fight. Nova Scotia fighters never come, you know, other than, you know, they're going to get their 110% every time they fight. So whoever wins this fight is going to have to earn it.
Take a look at this skill though, okay? The pace is more refined. Their movements are only enough that they need to move away, out of range, but they're still within range to come back.
And Corey just landed a pretty good right uppercut there off the jab. You know, and I mean those kind of punches come with with experience.
With time and experience, you're right. You can't throw those punches when you're starting out.
Yeah, but you can throw them, but not properly. So
exactly.
But this fight again is being fought in pretty cool, close quarters. They're not back into the ropes. They're right in the middle of the ring, and they're setting themselves up to score some points. Like you said, they both got quite a bit of experience. You know, to me, I think Corey's a little bit flashier of the two, but by no means is he going to just walk away from this.
I think Kyle has some good speed. Throws a lot of those sharp combinations, not for a lot of power, but for speed.
Yeah. And again, you've got a lot of experienced guys working the corners here. You got Phil Barley, who's been in Corey's corner, that has coached every level there is of amateur boxing, as far as I'm concerned. And in the other corner, you got Bob Tapper, who runs the Twin City Boxing Club in Halifax. And most nights he's there by himself as far as the coach, because not everybody wants to spend night after night at the gym, but he's there. He's giving himself totally to the kids of the Halifax, Dartmouth area, and every guy he's ever worked with has turned out to be pretty good prospects. Bob Tapper's had, and he does it for the love of the kids. He takes 3-4 hours a night from his job as a taxi driver, and we all have heard stories about how hard it is to make a living as a taxi driver, and he's there. And he's there every night, so I mean, he's not doing it for any monetary gain or anything. Following this fight there, we're going to have the 50-50 drawn. There's going to be a pretty happy winner here tonight with $222.50. And so that'll be a pretty good win. We'll have that following the conclusion of the decision of this fight. This fight's pretty close right now.
Right hand by Kyle Mcniel.
Best punch of the fight. And then Corey's landing a left hook, but he was, I think, on the break.
Now this bout is starting to heat up a bit, Paul. More combinations. They're starting to get a little more aggressive with one another.
Again, their experience is going to start showing. They're not wasting any punches. They both got their hands up, their chins are tucked in, good tight defense.
They're focused.
Yeah. I think Corey has to kind of maybe start going forward a little bit more if he wants to, to pick up the pace of this fight. He's allowing Mcniel to kind of start dictating the pace right now, and I think he's got to do something to change that in the next 20 to 30 seconds if he wants to win this round.
Mcniel's key punches basically are 1-2, and trying to catch Corey at the right time. Corey has a little more skill on that head movement, and he's actually able to get underneath Kyle. But he's not getting the scoring blows that I thought he would be getting.
No, me neither. I thought Corey would be pushing this guy all over the ring as far as being aggressive, throwing punches. He's in the best shape of his life right now. He's, going to make a push in the next year to go to the Nationals and the Canada Games and all these different things. He's talking about the pursuit, to push his career forward. Right now, I think he's got to worry about this fight and put everything else on the back burner. He's got to concentrate on picking up the pace in this fight. It's still within his reach. He's doing things tonight that look a lot better than he's done in the past. But he still has to do something to change the flow right now.
In my opinion, he's more of a polished-looking boxer. However, it seems that he goes and he gets himself into when he throws his punches, he throws the punches just at his opponent is throwing back. And as a result, he's gotten caught a couple of times, which is more appealing to the judges. So it's close.
It's still there for the picking. If Chase picks it up the way he did in the first minute of the first round, it seemed like he was going to dictate the pace, and he let Mcniel take that play away from him.
I think his coach Phil Barley is trying to get him to work high-low, back to high principle, and rather than go for the head all for every shot, go high low. And again, he started low there and went high, and I thought he scored a couple of points.
Yeah. Right there, you know, again, he's making that extra little push to take over the flow of the fight again, like he did at the first minute of the first round, where he came out, he pretty much dictated who was going to be in charge of the fight, and that he wasn't going to let himself be pushed around by young Mcniel. But then Mcniel took the play away from him. Now it seems to be going back in his favor. That was a shot high in the back of the ear or whatever. Again,
McNeil's keeping his hands up very high, so it's going to be hard to score on your first 2 punches to the head.
I try to throw more than 2, 3 punches.
So do 6 punches, 2 down, 2 up, 2 down, 2 up, and see what happens. Now go see everything's high, and McNeil's hands are high.
Yeah, so you're not going to land.
So he's not going to land anything.
Good right hand by Chase there. What's the aging of these two boys? They're both 17 and one's 21, so they're both senior fighters. Mcniel dug down there and stood there to try to fight his ground, but didn't land any smart punches right there. They were just flurries hitting the air more than anything. Really got about a minute left in this fight, so right now whoever wants it more is going to win if they pick up this pace right now.
Someone's going to sneak in a scoring blow and win the bout. And right now, we have a warning here for holding.
Is it a warning or a point taken away?
This is a point taken away because he is showing the boxer to each of the judges, and he is saying warning.
Okay,
so
now
as a result,
that could really make a difference in our scoring, Kevin.
Well, what happens is a point or 2 points is actually put onto the opponent's scorecard.
One that he lost and one extra one given to him. Right now, Chase seems to be picking it up again there. He knows if he wants to win this fight, he's got to pick it up. And he just landed 3 or 4 pretty good shots.
Threw an uppercut there, which is something he hasn't thrown all night.
And Mcniel was there to be hit with an uppercut because he's a little bit shorter. He's right there in front of you, and he's coming in fairly aggressive, you know, with his head right in front of him.
Oh.
And there's the final bell. That was a good, clean boxing match. They didn't fight much on the ropes, and when they were on the ropes, there was punches being thrown. It wasn't like, I'm going to lay on the ropes and tie you up.
This is going to be one of your better bouts for performance in terms of skill. If you're talking to a purist from a boxing perspective,
like yourself,
it could be this could be the bout of the night.
I'd much rather watch 2 guys go and box the way these 2 young fighters just did, than see some guy go out there, you know, throwing bombs with every shot. Although when I was fighting, that's the style I had. But I like the pure, you know, boxing display being on display, like styles and that. You know, that's why I like Oscar De La Hoya so much.
Yeah.
When I watch De La Hoya, it's like, you know, he does everything right. We're going to go to the decision, Kevin.
Okay, Paul.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a good fight. That's what boxing's all about. Your winner by decision in the ring corner, we're not going to have the 50-50 draw. Prize of $250.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a 3-minute break just to get ready for the next set of boxing bouts, and we'll see you back shortly.